What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm excited to announce that I have officially partnered up with Feelfree Kayaks. That being said, this video is going to be a walkthrough of my new Feelfree Kayak Lure 11.5. So this kayak is a pedal drive system. I'm super excited about it. I've only ever been in really cheap kayaks that are all paddle oriented. So definitely going to be a change of scenery for me. So this is going to be kind of a beginner unboxing and setup of my new Lure 11.5. Let's get into it. There's that. This is the Feelfree Lure 11.5. Initial impressions, really cool looking kayak. I think this camo pattern will be great for everything I need it for, both fishing. I think it should stay pretty clean, and then hunting. For hunting, it'll be much more neutral than the neon green one that I've previously used that stands out and you can see from about 500 yards. So I think this will be perfect for everything I need it for, and it looks really cool. It's got a little blue, little navy, some white and some black in there. It's got handles up in the front, which helps for a grab thing and also for tying it off on top of a car or to a dock. And then these side handles also help for maneuvering and just being able to kind of pick that thing up, turn it on its side, whatever you need to do. This is the other feature that I'm especially excited about this kayak, is this really nice seat. This is their best one that they make. Feels very comfortable, and when you're out on the water sitting in a kayak all day, that's pretty much the first thing that typically goes bad is your back or your butt. So that's super nice to just have a really cushioned, well-made seat. I don't know why my truck just started by itself. I must have hit my auto start on my keys. That's lovely. But it's got a nice, cool little fish design on the back of that and the mesh. And then as you can see, it's just super well made. It's got a lot of cushion. Seems like a very comfortable both seat and back. So then this is towards the back of the kayak here. You can see it actually has a rolling wheel right here. And that makes it super nice for transporting. With the handle up front and this wheel in the back, you can just pick that kayak up in the front and walk it using this wheel, and that'll be the only thing touching the ground. Moves super well, and it pretty much eliminates the need for a carrying cart. So super happy with that. Here you can see we have the beaver tail rudder that we'll have to get into, unpackage, and install here later. So we got rod holders here and here with some bungees here to really make sure those rods are secured. It has a nice large tray here that you can put whatever gear you need, whether it be cooler, tackle boxes, hunting backpacks. Then this system of bungees will really make sure whatever you have back there stays in place and stays really secure. On both sides here, you can see these little black tubes are actually for your rod tips. So when you're laying them in this way, they can be protected, whether you're coming into a dock or transporting it somewhere else. That's just a really nice feature they built in to be able to put a couple rod tips in there, make sure those are secure and not hanging out when you pull into a dock. And then we have this little locking system up front. As you can see, it's got the lock and the unlock. Slide those over, then pop that thing open. And again, that's just a lot more room for storage. They put that in there for shipping, which was really nice. Like I said, they took all the precautions in packaging and shipping this thing out. They have all these little protective pieces over anything that has bolts or anything that might get messed up. Each one of these little orange things had a black pad over top of it just to make sure that nothing got knocked out of place. So they definitely put the time and energy into making sure everything got here in perfect condition, which it looks like it did. So as you can see, there's some rail systems along this side as well as that side. Those allow you to mount any accessories you want on here. All these circle things are meant to have some sort of camera or accessory mounted to these surfaces. So there's one on each side and then one in the front. They were just really thinking about guys with GoPros, guys with graphs, and giving them plenty of options for a fully flush surface to mount whatever accessories they want on there, which is super nice. Might utilize that for a couple different GoPro angles. Got to see how the full layout works with filming out of this thing. So I want to show you guys the bottom little padded material in here on the floor, and then it goes up under the seat as well. Really nice option to have if you want to go barefoot. This is super cool. They sent a paddle in here as well. I didn't know that was coming, but that's really awesome to have, and obviously a great backup to have when you have a paddle drive system, just in case you were to break anything off with that or run into any other issues. Just always good to have a paddle, and I didn't know that was going to be a custom paddle to match the kayak. That's really cool though. They also have a nice little mount on the side of this kayak where you can just attach this paddle and it will mount right on the side there and stay out of your way. So really nice there. All right, that is a look at the overdrive system right here. You know that everything was protected in this case and exactly how it should be. All right, got this bad boy out. This is that beaver tail rudder that obviously is going to steer this kayak, and then also have that breakaway system if you get up in really skinny water, which is super nice. So we are going to get into the install of everything. I'm by no means a pro, like I've said a million times before, so this is all going to be kind of a learning process for me. It seems like they have really good instructions and whatnot, so I'm just going to kind of follow those. If you head over to Feelfree's YouTube channel, they have a great series on how to install and set up all their different kayaks and all the different accessories and whatnot. So I'm just going to put those videos in the description of my video. Go click those if you want to in-depth video from a professional on how to set those things up. It'll be much more efficient and save you guys time. So I'm just gonna do a quick little time lapse here of me setting everything up, and then hopefully we can get this bad boy fully rigged, fully ready, and maybe even get out on the water today. That honestly was much easier than I thought it would be. I probably would have kept the camera running the whole time, but that took maybe 5 to 10 minutes to get the seat pretty much dialed in, the steering cable dialed in, and then the little beaver tail rudder in the back. The seat is up now. Looks like it makes a little bit more sense there. The really cool thing about this seat is it has a bunch of different adjustments. You can slide it more forward, you can slide it more back. There's multiple in-between adjustments like so. You can adjust this strap. That's how you like determine how high or how much of an angle you want the seat on. So I'm thinking without using it somewhere, probably right in there. So, but that's a nice quick, easy adjustment right here on the seats. On both sides of the seat here, you have a nice mesh pouch for whatever you want to put in there, any lures, scales, tape measure, whatever you want. So then in the back here, this is that beaver tail rudder. It was super simple. Basically took 2 pins out here, took pin out here, adjusted that, and obviously however that turns is how you're going to steer. If you get in really skinny water, there's a button up there that you pull that lifts that up. I can show you that real quick. That button is right here. Just pull on that. Really cool design there. Let it go, drops right back into place. And then the cool way that you can steer this thing is right up front here with this little 8-ball thing. You just adjust it here. Depending on how you turn this, it'll dictate where you're turning. So there you can see that rudder moving back there and vice versa. So really cool steering system there. It was pretty simple setting that up. The biggest thing I wanted to make sure was that the tension was the same so that it wasn't wanting to turn right over left or vice versa. So just wanted to make sure that tension was the same. Then there's a couple other options in here with how you want to set this whole 8-ball system up, but pretty simple, pretty straightforward, and pretty cool system there. Very user friendly to set this whole thing up. The other nice thing about the seat is you can drop it down if you want, so it goes anywhere from all the way flat up to 10 inches where it's at now. I'll probably have it fully elevated around 10 inches. Makes the most sense there for me. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. The last thing that I want to show you guys is this overdrive system. I got to screw in the pedals, and then it's pretty simple, and I'll show you guys how that slots right into this kayak in here. Lock that in place, push it down, make sure those orange things are out, snap those back in place, and ready to go. Got the propeller turning underneath. To take that out, you just pull those 2 pins, pull it out, turn those pins. You can slide that thing all the way up, pull it right out of there. Alrighty guys, well there you have it. That's my basic walkthrough of the Feelfree Lure 11.5. I'm super excited about this thing. I got a lot of big things planned for the channel, so definitely stick around. You'll be seeing this guy in a lot of videos. Hopefully we can put a bunch of bass in it and maybe even a deer or 2. So super excited to put this thing to use. Thanks again to Feelfree Kayaks for hooking me up. Can't wait to get on the water with it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.